Hey YouTubers, welcome back. It's Shalita returning. So I'm super happy about everything that's going on. I'm like 79 minus days, not that I'm really counting. And it's just kind of been a little bit surreal because there's just been so much preparation on my part. Just really trying to make sure that I'm getting everything in order that I need to have in order, and then just really getting myself mentally and physically and emotionally ready for the process. Now, I got a phone call yesterday from the plastic surgeon office, from the nurse April, and I was it was very warming because I was able to ask a lot of questions I had that essentially would be something that would wait for the patient visit that's 2 weeks pre-op of the surgery. But she allowed for me to go through some questions that I had. And so I kind of wanted to touch base with you on those because I know they're important to me. So you'll notice me looking at a paper here because I printed out at least a page and a half full of questions. And like I said, she was game for answering them. So one of the first questions I had was, is there ever any liposuction done to the stomach? And there's not. And I feel like there's no stupid question unless you don't ask it. So I didn't know. And it really kind of depends, but no. Essentially, there is no liposuction that's done to the stomach. There is lipo that can be done to the flanks, to the back. So it's two different areas. That's something I did not know. As well as liposuction that could be done to the hips and the thighs for contouring. And for me, I'll be having the liposuction of the flanks. So I just want to make sure everything looking real nice. So that was one of the first questions. Another question that I had was about the diastasis repair, that abdominal separation repair. So what she was telling me was they're going to start at the sternum and go down. And so I'm going to just kind of show you, just as a reminder, mama voice. But as a reminder, so they're going to start here. This is where my sternum is, and then they will repair down close towards that pelvic area. So everything that's not together, hence why everything that's hanging out, will now come in. And so it's going to be like an internal corset per se. So I know that looks really nasty. I'm so sorry, but I just wanted you all to know. And I'm such a visual person. So that's going to be repaired. She also went over how, because I know I do not have a navel, that what they're going to do is to create that. So that means that they're going to have to work with what I have, which is not a whole lot because it's been damaged so much, and create, essentially an innie. I had seen a few different people's, and it seemed like theirs had been either moved higher up, and they were a little concerned about that. But I asked about mine, and she said, no, whenever you get with a board certified surgeon, that plastic surgeon at that they're going to make sure that they're keeping everything symmetrically in line with how your body style is and type is. So I shouldn't have to worry about that. So that was one good thing. So I was really happy about that. And then just to kind of keep it in that midriff area, I am going to have a lot of the skin removed, a lot of the liposuction done here on the flanks and the side. Just because, and so this was one thing that was really important to me. When I had visited other plastic surgery offices, I asked and said, because I thought about doing some breast augmentation, but I said that I didn't want to add anything. And they were like, okay, well, yeah, that's okay. So we can just go ahead and they would make a T-like or Y-like incision and then kind of bring everything together. And so it would just make me look a little perkier because I didn't want to add any implants. But when I went to the Port City plastic surgeon, Dr. Widenhouse, and I spoke to him, he said, I'll take your money if that's what you want, but that's not where you're going to get the best bang for your buck. If you're not going to want to add any implants to breast augmentation, it's almost as like it would be a waste of your money for me because I'm not well endowed in the breast area. So I would just be making it kind of get not even higher, but they would just be a little bit more compact. He said where I would get the better bang for my buck would be to get the tummy tuck. And let me show you again, because again, I'm a visual person. To get the tummy tuck, right? And when he gets and repairs all of this and pulls it all down, do you see that? That's disrespectful. See? But that's when he said we would need to lipo all of this, because once we pull everything down, he said you're going to be very upset if you haven't taken all of that away and I pull this down and then it just draws more attention to this area. So he said what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get that taken care of, this area, and then do the flanks. And I had so much respect for this man for telling me that. Not only did it make it like a few $100s, close to $1,000 cheaper, but it was just real. Why, if I'm not going to add any implants, why waste my money there? Why not put my money in an area that would be more beneficial? So that's what I'm going to do. So that was something I was really happy about. That's what really kind of sealed the deal for me, because he kept it really real. He said, why put your money there if that's not going to, as long as nipples are not pointing down towards the ground, which mine are not, thank you Jesus, then why even worry about them? They look fine. Buy a nice bra. I went and got a bunch of maiden form bras, and they sit nice. So I will look fine with just putting my money towards the liposuction of the flanks and the tummy tuck, the abdominoplasty. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I did ask a few questions about drains. I noticed some people had the drains from hip to hip. They had one on each hip. My plastic surgeon office puts the drains in the pubic area. So I hear that's like a horrible place for them to be, as far as like comfort wise, but it's not the end of the world. They won't be there forever. It is what it is. I'm gonna just have to give me some moo dresses or some, teddy bear nighty dresses or something. Gotta still keep it cute, and then we'll be good to go. But that with the type of procedure that I'm having, I could have between 2 to 4 drains. So, being the person that I am, I was just kind of scoping out the web, and I came across it's awesome. I can't wait to show you. I ordered it today. I'm like stoked about it. And it's from, and I'm looking at my phone here. It's from Jessica M Creation. Homegirl has got a skill, okay? And I'm going to feature her because I just thought it was just top notch, very affordable, and something you need. And what it does, it goes around your neck and it hangs low. And she makes them to what you like. So me, being that I'm a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, I requested to have mine in royal blue with white buttons, because there's 2 buttons on either side. And it's something that I'm going to keep because it's just great for being able to have just as a momentum of, this is a journey that I took. This is something that I needed, but they're also multi-purpose because you could put earbuds, you could put just various different things. But when she went through getting her tummy tuck and her mommy makeover or what have you, she said, you know what, I'm going to create this. And then it became a brand, and it was something that she was able to do. So like I said, I'm going to feature her so that way you guys can see it. I will make sure that I put her information down below because girlfriend needs to have this credit. You got to give credit when credit is due, and she needs it. I mean, this is awesome. And it was $15, and that included the shipping. And like I said, she's going to make it in the royal blue color that I want. So, I mean, you just can't get any better than that. And you need it. And the purpose for needing it is because you don't want drains just hanging all willy-nilly around. You're going to want them to be, I know I'm not going to be looking all that cute, but I don't want drains hanging out with my blood and secretions all visible for people. And my sons, oh my goodness, that would just be something for them to say, I've got to get my hands on whatever these are, not even knowing that it's nasty, it's blood, it's the internal discharges or what have you that do need to be disposed out of the body. So I ordered it. I can't wait for it to come. Jessica, thank you, because I wanted to look decent, in this time period. So, like I said, I will refeature her. And because I have requested to feature her, she's agreed. And so I want to make sure that I'm getting her pictures and everything like that so I can go ahead and show that to you all. And then when I have the live product, that's when I'll do it. So then that way you could see that as well. So just to kind of go on a little bit more, I did ask about vomiting. Typically, vomiting is something that occurs if you're doing a lot of the gas, or if you are just someone that gets a lot of car sicknesses or motion sickness. I am not one of those individuals, but they did advise that they can supply you some type of prescription to take home for that. So I did say that I wanted to be able to look into that. Otherwise, one thing that kind of just wrecked my nerve was that I do work from home, and she mentioned that I would be out for like 2 weeks. And I said, okay, that's just not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't have anywhere that I need to go for work since I work 100% from home. Well, 99.9% of the time I work from home just for the various travel times. But if I work from home, when could I start back? And she said, you know what, just to be real, you could go ahead and possibly start working after a week, but really gauge it, really see. You do want to make sure that you're not only giving your body all the protein that it needs, but the rest that it needs as well to be able to, self-heal itself. So I will make sure that I am resting and listening to my body and not my mind, which wants to do laundry and vacuum and sweep and wipe up and clean and pick up toys. I'm not going to be able to do that for like 2 weeks at least. Jesus help me, because I'm a very organized person. Anyone who knows me knows that things need to be in order. My family that comes over, they look at me crazy because I'm picking up toys, or I'm telling my boys, hey, excuse me, sir, if you're finished, you need to put that back. But it's just me, and I'm the kind of person that the remote controls, are in line by height. So it's quirky, but me. But yeah, that's going to be probably one of the hardest things, is knowing that I can't clean, do laundry. I'm not behind on laundry. So for it to get behind, it's like, oh Lord, what am I going to do? But we'll figure it out. Again, this time in the season won't last forever. So I'll just have to put on some blinders, take it with a grain of salt, and just say, you know what? This is best for you. So just chill and we'll be all right. So I'm going to try to just chill. So I also asked about not only certifications, is my plastic surgeon a board certified plastic surgeon, which I went online and checked, and he is, and it's active. But I also asked about certifications from the surgical technologists, the scrub techs in there. Like I said, I work from home. I work in recruitment. I've worked very close with surgery centers, recruiting for them, as well as ORs. And so I just needed to know, are you certified? Is everybody that's going to be in there certified? And they are. So we're good to go. So that is top notch. And then I asked about, as far as anesthesia, which another thing that I liked is because a lot of surgery centers, plastic surgery centers, the anesthesiologist is a tech, versus at this facility, Port City Plastic Surgeon, the anesthesiologist is a doctor. So that is something that it doesn't make a tech less, but it was just something that was important to me, just because I know the nature behind in ORs and surgery centers. So that just gave me a lot more peace of mind. So that was something big for me. I also asked about the coughing, sneezing, things like that happening, and busting stitches. It can happen. But there's not a whole lot you could do about if you've got a cough or if you've got a sneeze. You can help trying not to laugh, so try not to keep anyone around you that will. My mother-in-law is probably going to make me laugh just because of some of the stuff that she does. But again, I'm going to have to put on some blinders or something. But as far as like coughing, sneezing, those are just things that you're not going to be able to do. But in research that I've done, people have said just keep a pillow next to you, just to kind of, to help in bearing that pain. I am going to get a cane. I'm going to borrow a cane from someone, because I heard that that's going to be very helpful as it relates to getting up and off, up and on the toilet. However, I also read where it's good to have, there's these cups. So I have them on my Amazon cart, and I will, once I get everything together, I will feature it and show you all as well. That will allow for you to be able to urinate while standing, as a man does. But it will just help. So in the event, if you're not having to need to do a bowel movement, if you just needed to use the, do number one, this would help with that, because I hear that first couple weeks of trying to sit and use the bathroom is kind of is painful. So I'm gonna get that, and I have reached out to a couple companies here about getting a lift recliner. We have recliners here, but think about, there's so many times where you don't think about how you're using your core, and whenever you get out of a recliner, excuse me, you have to kick your leg to close the leg part of the recliner. So I don't have time for that. I'm going to try to see about renting one, at some medical rental stores. And just, I saw that sucker down real good, something, layer it with a sheet, blanket, and just use it. Because they said that that's going to help, having the electric leg part where you could have that to raise or go down, as well as paired with your compression socks. So you want to get those, as well as being able to lift you out of the chair. Is going everything that's going to help that core. So those are just a few of the questions. There were several other questions, so I will go through those. But I really just wanted to make sure that I was touching on a few different things that were important to me and get that information out there to you. Because this is an exciting time. Like I said, I'm about 78 days away. And I have gotten the approval from the plastic surgery office to record that patient visit, that first, the 2-week pre-op visit. So I will be recording some of that so that you can see the markings, so that we know what we're going to be doing. And then I've also gotten the approval for them to take pictures in surgery. My mom will be doing some recording post and pre and post surgery. And then, I'm going to be back in live at it, talking with you all, discussing with you all. But so this is not the last that you hear of me. So you definitely want to make sure that you're subscribing below. Click that bell, so then that way you get that notification whenever, I post something new. Coming up, there's going to be a lot of new content. Like I said, I'm going to be featuring 2 women that are going to be able to talk about, what diastasis recti has been for them. They have 2 completely different journeys. So I'm going to have those scheduled to come up. And then also the drains holders, because I'm telling you, if anyone's having any type of surgery where you're going to be having drains, you're going to want this. It's going to be able to be helpful so that it's not hanging, and it's going to not allow for it to really tug at you wherever you are, where you have your drains in the front or whether your drains are in the side. It's going to come right in. It almost looks like little mitten, like little hand things for your hands, but I'm excited about that as well. So that's about all for today. I don't want to hold up too much of y'all time. Again, click subscribe below. Definitely make sure that you're clicking that bell. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to ask. I can feature it in the next video. But I'm just pumped. I'm ready, and I'm nervous, but I'm pumped. But I just want to make sure that I'm preparing myself. There are a few different oils that people have told me that have helped them, so I'm looking into getting that. So like I said, I'm going to compile everything so I could show you all. If you know of any tips, tricks, or anything like that, definitely, throw them in the DM, throw them in the comments below, Facebook them to me. But please share this. Let's get that word out there. Let's be able to just even show other people who may have questions, some of the answers that we've received. So again, click subscribe below. Click that bell so that you get the reminder of the different videos that I'll be having to pop up in the coming weeks. And just thank you so much for the support that I've already received. So until next time, thanks again. Take care and stay blessed.